Jerry said Dak ain't going on IR. He gonna be back sooner than later. My question is, do you believe him? Good people, it's your boy Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back like I never left. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all feeling? Like, are you starting to feel a little better after Sunday's craziness? I don't know if I can say feeling better is my mood. I've been going to war on Cowboys Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, Cowboys_fan talk. We've been going in. We've been going in because, well, the main thing is because I don't feel like the Cowboys fan base supports Dak Prescott properly. I know it's split down the middle. I feel like it's more 75-25 of people that don't like Dak Prescott, just kind of deal with Dak Prescott, wish he was gone, et cetera, et cetera. I would like to remind y'all that early 2000s, and CFT's old enough to remember this, it got weird. We had like Drew Henson and Chad Hutchinson and Quincy Carter and Vinny Testaverde and Drew Bledsoe, and it was a bunch of trash for like 5 years. After Troy went down, they couldn't figure it out. We got lucky with Tony. Tony was an undrafted free agent. Tony Romo wasn't even supposed to be here. We got lucky. And then we got lucky with Dak because they wanted Paxton Lynch. Please remember that. Please, before we go forward, I just want to get that off my chest. But I was going back and forth on Cowboys Twitter just saying, y'all don't respect Dak. Y'all don't support Dak. This whole Cooper Rush hype train has began. And I said it yesterday. And there's no hate to Rush. I want Rush to go undefeated. I just want people to feel like they're going to cultivate a game plan, hopefully. And we'll talk about game plans later in this. They're going to cultivate a game plan to try to make Cooper Rush as successful as possible. The easiest throws, more running the ball, 12 personnel. We're going to have a more solidified line because Jason Peters probably going to be out there this week. I feel it in my bones. Rush is going to be in a little bit more. This is a week after getting embarrassed, so teams usually get up and play harder. We got embarrassed on Sunday. So Cooper Rush is going to get a different effort from his surrounding teammates. The receiving core got ripped. Ceedee Lamb got ripped. I'll touch on that in a minute. So Cooper Rush is going to be in a different predicament than Dak Prescott. They just be like, here, Dak, do it. No line, no receiver, just figure it out. And that ain't going to be the case for Cooper Rush because Cooper Rush will get James Washington back during his tenure. He'll get back Michael Gallup. And his receiving core is going to look a little bit different than what Dak dealt with on Sunday. He's also not going to be going against this top tier of a defense. The Bengals defense is good, but it's not as good as Tampa's. So I just want to let that be known before we get crazy. But Jerry Jones touched on this. He said Dak Prescott's injury is looking like 3 to 5 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks actually. And they're not going to put him on IR, which gives a little bit of, let's just say, realism to what he was saying. Because I was like, man, Jerry lying. The ticket prices for the Bengals game have dropped. People starting to check out. People starting to give up on the season. And I felt like Jerry was just like, I got y'all. Dak ain't done. And there's probably a little bit to it. But I also feel like medical professionals, the people that did the surgery on Dak, the medical professionals that have spoken on this, will not put their medical credentials on the line and their integrity on the line to just look good for Jerry. You know, I'm feeling like this. I'm feeling like Dak probably could be back. Instead of 6 to 8 weeks, as originally thought, I do think he can be back in 4 to 6 weeks. I feel like the Cowboys want him back in 2 weeks, which is stupid. But I do feel like Dak Prescott can come back in 4 to 6 weeks. So you're like, why don't put him on IR? Because I think Jerry wants him to come back for that 4th game. He really wants Dak out there for the Rams game. I think it's stupid. I feel like you just roll through the Rams game, maybe the Bears game, get the bye week, bring him back then. That's me. But if the season's looking sussy, they will play him. I'm just praying that they don't bring him back too early like they used to do with Tony. He get injured again, and now he's officially injury prone because people are already throwing that around. Dak's injury prone. I can't argue it. He keep getting randomly hurt. I support him, but I also supported Tony Romo. That was my dog. Twitter and stuff didn't exist like that. I wasn't on it early in the game, so I couldn't support him like I support Dak now. But Tony just got injury prone, and we drafted a quarterback that turned out to be nice. And one day, Dak's replacement will roll through here, and I will support whoever that is. But presently, our franchise quarterback, I wish people would support him more. It is what it is. But before I go forward, I wanted to show y'all this.
Last year we learned that they really wasn't going to commit to the run game, and the runs that they did, they was going to try to get outside and not run into the interior. But most of the running game was quick game. A lot of curls, a lot of hitches, a lot of slants and stuff. So we kind of knew that going in, so we was able to attack it.
Did y'all just hear that? That's Devin White. Basically just saying the Cowboys, we already knew what was going on with them. They did the same things they did last year. We know what they was trying to do. They don't try to run the ball inside with no type of consistency. They're always trying to bounce outside. They're always trying to do slants or curl routes, and it's easy to figure them out. No one's trying to go up the seam. No over-the-top track passes. It was easy, especially with non-dynamic athletes like Dennis Houston. No hate to Houston. Like Noah Brown. And then our one dynamic athlete, there was points in that game where he was bracketed by 3. Corner safety. Or corner linebacker safety, rather. Like, literally, they were in the zone, and Ceedee Lamb couldn't go anywhere. He was bracketed by 3. And then when Dak tries to force the ball into somebody, because everyone was bracketed by 3, because we were running 2-man route concepts. 2. Into a 7-man backfield. We're running 2-man route concepts. They're rushing 4. Come on, man. 2. Some people got 3 receivers and a tight end going in their route. So you got to respect it. And we running 2-man route concepts. What did you expect was going to happen? Who did you think you were playing? And that falls on Kellen Moore. He's been exposed, man. Multiple players at this point have said, yo, man, we know what they was going to do. Denver said it. A bunch of other people last year said it, different defenders. And then this year, first game of the year, yeah, we knew what they was going to do. San Fran defenders, we knew what they was going to do. Kurt Warner says this offense is vanilla. The route concepts make no sense. Multiple Hall of Famers have come out. You've heard Troy Aikman say it, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Kurt Warner from another team. You've heard players. Yo, he's exposed. So my question is this. Do you think the Cowboys have the nuts to just be like, look, man, either make some changes, some wholesale changes, or you done? Because they putting fire on all kinds of people. I heard them kind of slightly throw Dak under the bus. And I heard them come at other players and all this extra stuff. And throw Mike McCarthy under the bus, saying maybe people should have practiced more over the summer and not sat him. But Kellen Moore has been getting a pass. And we need to stay on him. Like I'm talking about the fan base, period. We don't need to give him a pass. Because although we are stripped down with talent, and yes, the offensive line is stripped down too, some stuff's just stupid. If you're that stripped down, run an offense that would make sense. We just don't got enough pass catchers. We're going to run this ball. And when we get a chance, we'll play action. Be smart. But just to be like, I'm going to run a 2-man route concept in between 7 people. That's 3 to 4 people bracketing the receivers. What is Dak supposed to do? Yeah, Dak looked terrible. Why wouldn't he? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, they've been throwing heat out there. I'm going to end with this, man. The Ceedee Lamb disrespect got to stop. Ceedee Lamb was bracketed by 3 people. Now, there's receivers that can beat certain coverages and everything like that. Great. Salute to A.J. Brown, Terry McLaurin. I don't know for Giants, but salute to the other great receivers in the division, great receivers around the league. Justin Jefferson. I believe that Ceedee Lamb can and will be in that, that echelon at some point, but he got to show and prove. I can't just keep hyping it without him showing and proving, and I feel like he will. But the disrespect of people just acting like, yo, man, he just, he can't be the safety and all that. No, just because the safety is the closest man to him, but you don't see the bracket coverage of the corner that's over there near him and the linebacker that's underneath, and there's nowhere to fit the ball. And then Dak Prescott doesn't have like all the time in the world, and he's forcing it. And he was off, and Dak was off. No excuses. So yeah, that first game, we was just off. But I'm not going to throw dirt on Dak's grave. I'm not throwing dirt on Ceedee Lamb's grave. I am throwing some dirt on Kellen Moore's grave because this is getting crazy. You know, that's the one thing, and I'll end with this. The one thing that Dak Prescott, not the one thing, but one thing that Dak Prescott does that I absolutely hate, that I want him to stop doing. He has to stop backing Kellen Moore. He is ruining his whole own career by not criticizing his friend. And that's the problem with having a friend, a former person that was your backup as your offensive coordinator. He needs to sit Kellen Moore down while he hurting and say, listen, go back to the drawing board because it's been figured out, you've been exposed, and we got to do better. But I would love y'all thoughts in the comments, man. How y'all feel about Dak possibly coming back sooner? I feel like it's possible, but I also feel like Jerry could be lying. You know what I'm saying? As far as Kellen being exposed, I don't feel like that's not up for debate. He's been exposed. But look, man, y'all tell me your thoughts. It's your boy, Mr. Rome. I'll holla.